What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never, and welcome back to another update on Turbo. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, now I just covered Turbo a couple days ago, however I figured it was time for another update again. I know to a lot of people right now, Turbo still looks very stagnant. It's at a $312 million market cap. But I would like to point out the technical analysis side of things. So if you guys are watching price action right now, you'll notice that price action has started to break out from this falling wedge. You can see right here, this is a clear break of the trend line. Even if you want to move the falling wedge up a little bit more, we're still breaking out from this trend line. That is very bullish. That is exactly what we've been wanting to see. If you guys look at the previous falling wedge, I made a video on Turbo when the falling wedge started to break out right here initially. And what happened after that? It was a slow climb and then all of a sudden a huge explosion. And Turbo ran up over 100% in a few days. Now, is that guaranteed to play out again? No, it's not, but it is definitely worth noting that we are breaking out from the falling wedge. Again, from a technical analysis standpoint, this is exactly what we were wanting to see. Now, it's interesting because if you come over to CoinMarketCap, you'll notice that Turbo's volume is still not bad, but it's not great right now. At least not compared to a lot of other projects. It's still competitive at 25 million, but oftentimes we see its volume higher than a lot of projects in the same range. And right now it's very similar. So obviously that leads me to believe that the reason Turbo is breaking out is because of Ethereum. And actually Ethereum just broke $4,000 again. And it broke it for the first time within the last few minutes, which is awesome to see. And keep in mind, the better that Ethereum does right now, the better that Turbo is going to do. That slight Turbo breakout from the falling wedge can turn into a much larger breakout. Right now, Ethereum, though, is going to be coming up on key resistance. So even though it did break 4,000, we're about to retest the cycle high. And as you guys know, this 4,100 range has been rejected 2 different times. And then we came up and it almost got rejected again. And then recently we almost got rejected yet again. There was almost 4 rejections off of that level. But so far so good. Ethereum's back above the 21-day. It looks very good. Yesterday was a very strong close. It was higher than the previous high. And if you look at the stochastics and RSI, they do have juice to push up. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if Ethereum does actually break resistance. And obviously that could be very bullish for the entire market. If you look at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is actually red on the daily candle. It is starting to push up and you can see that it's actually retesting the 21-day right now. This is going to be a very important level for Bitcoin to actually close above. Ideally, we don't want to see a candle close beneath the 21-day. But it is fascinating to see that Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And if you come over to Bitcoin dominance, it makes perfect sense. If you guys have watched my previous market updates, I've been showing you guys Bitcoin dominance. And I was basically pointing out the fact that we were forming a bear flag, and bear flags usually break to the downside. I would even invert the chart for you guys and say that it looked like we were forming a cup and handle with a bull flag. And this bull flag was retesting the 21-day and the 200-day. And you can see that this bear flag is actually playing out perfectly right now. I will say that we have not yet put in a lower low though. As of now, it's very close to a double bottom. We absolutely want to see a lower low for Bitcoin dominance. The lower the Bitcoin dominance drops, the better for altcoins, the better for Turbo, stuff like that. And just to put things in perspective with Bitcoin dominance, during the last altcoin season in 2021, Bitcoin dominance was ranging from 48% to 39%. So even though it's dropping right now, it's still very high, over 60%. If this bear flag does break down to the measured move, it'll take us down to around 57%. That'll be a great start. And it'll also probably mean that Ethereum did break right through resistance. So seeing Ethereum at 4,000 is an awesome sight. And to go along with that, Turbo is starting to break out of the falling wedge. Now, I do understand a lot of people wish that Turbo was pumping a little bit more right now, but you have to understand how profit rotation actually works. Yes, by nature, when Ethereum is pumping, it's going to be good for its ecosystem. But once profits start rotating from Ethereum, that's when you're truly going to start seeing some huge moves. So just make sure you understand that. If we come over here and we look at Turbo's X account, they're at 113.4k followers. And you can see they just posted 6 hours ago. Just a little toad in the big city. Turbo Energy fuels his dreams, taking on the world one leap at a time. Your Turbo, your keys, your card. And it's about the Turbo Tangem. And then yesterday, leap with conviction, no doubts, no breaks, Turbo was born to make the jump. But we really haven't seen any huge Turbo news recently. And honestly, there's always a chance that that's just by design. A lot of projects out there don't want to share super bullish news until the market's truly ripping. And again, I understand right now Ethereum looks very good, but the meme coin market in general isn't ripping yet. You see a lot of projects that are up like 10 or 13% in the last week, but nothing huge. But yeah, honestly, there's not a whole lot for me to cover specifically with Turbo right now. I really just wanted to make this video today to give you guys a technical analysis update. The last time we saw a falling wedge start to break out for Turbo, we saw a very nice move afterwards. It literally just happened. And you absolutely could argue that this is just a giant cup and handle pattern for Turbo. This is clearly the cup and then this is the handle. Or it's a bull flag or a falling wedge, however you want to look at it. Regardless, these patterns are usually very bullish. And if Ethereum can actually break above resistance, then that could be very bullish for Turbo. But yeah, if you guys are interested in Turbo and you guys are interested in just getting into projects super early in general, then I always recommend taking a look at my Discord as well. As a lot of you guys know, we've been making some life-changing gains in here this entire cycle. Some of these projects you could turn $1,000 into over $200,000. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here with us. That's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Turbo. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.